What's up, YouTube? PokePrimer here, finally ready to deliver you our Week 8 match here in the WCBL against Ghost. He's referred to as Ghost. And the Genova Giratinas. This is the last match that we have to get caught up on from the previous owner, and then we will just have the one match every week. So it's really, really good for us. So it's fine. But he's got quite the interesting team, and it actually kind of like half of it terrifies me, half of it is questionable. He's got T-Tar, Sylveon, Galvantula, Guzzlord, Incineroar, Simipour, Mega Medicham, Excadrill, Noivern, Rotom Frost, and Staraptor. First thing I noticed, fairy type switch-ins. Where the fuck they at, my dude? You have one fairy type switch-in, one thing that can actually handle fairy types regularly, and that is Excadrill. That is it, my guy. Other than that, you have nothing that handles fairy types. And Simipour is your Z user. Simipour is bad. Its cousin is the worst Pokemon of all time, as voted by everybody. Like, what? What? Crazy. But Mega Medicham is still scary. Always going to be scary. Mega Medicham is just a scary Pokemon in general. The Excadrill, T-Tar, Sandcore is also terrifying. I don't want to have to deal with Excadrill that much. I'm kind of scared of it, but I have my ways of beating it easily. I have 2 Rocky Helmet Mons that just check it hard every time. Incineroar can be a kind of a problem, but not really. Webs. Webs are the key thing that scare me. If he gets webs up and keeps them up, I'm fucked, basically. So that's why I have hazard removal, and I have ways of preventing the webs either way. So one way or another, either he gets webs up, or if he doesn't, either way, I can handle them. But my way of stopping them is this beautiful fucker right here. Righteous the Alolan Raichu. Righteous here is one of the only mons on my team that outspeeds Galvantula. And with that responsibility, great power comes great responsibility, and his responsibility is to come in, he's my designated lead. It's click Fake Out on the Galvantula, flinch it out, and then click Psychic, which Psychic guaranteed kills after Fake Out damage. So, essentially, Alolan Raichu just 1v1s Galvantula and beats it. That's the best case scenario, unless he's Scarf Webs, which would be really weird. But we also are going to be packing Thunderbolt and Focus Blast. Focus Blast for the T-Tar / Excadrill combination. Focus Blast should kill both of them, as well as being able to nuke the Rotom Frost and fuck up the other Dark types, the Guzzlord and the Incineroar. So it does a lot of damage to his team, and then Thunderbolt just for neutral hits on a lot of things, just to be able to just click Thunderbolt and like blow something back potentially. You know, you never know. Next up, we have Puff, and this is actually the battle just happened not too long ago, so I'm gonna re-mega this thing in here. Give it that young pixelate. There it is. Puff the Mega Altari. This is the first time I'm bringing it out of the 3 matches I've had so far. So, kind of crazy, I know. But, it's so fucking good in this matchup. Dragon Dance, Frustration, Earthquake, and Roost. We're rocking with a Jolly Nature with enough speed to outpace... Oh, I remember what I was doing with this. This is enough speed to, after a Dragon Dance, I outspeed Noivern. Like, after one Dragon Dance, I naturally outspeed everything on his team. So I didn't want to worry about Scarfers. If I can get a second Dragon Dance up, that'd be great. But, you know, it's not something that, like, I feel like I'll be able to do. Dragon Dance, Frustration, Earthquake, Roost. Roost just to keep myself healthy as much as possible. Frustration, because I wanted to use Frustration instead of Return. I had no real reason behind it, just felt like using Frustration. I see nothing wrong with it. It just seems different, but hey, why not? You know, it'll nuke everything once I get a Dragon Dance up. It just nukes. Earthquake is there because of the Excadrill. Because Excadrill is the only thing that this doesn't nuke. So once Excadrill comes out, if I can either A, get enough Dragon Dances to outspeed it, or B, get a 1v1 against it outside of Sand with a Dragon Dance, then I can absolutely just click Earthquake and kill it. But like I said, Excadrill is literally the last mon that I worry about. It's not scary in any way to me. It's just there. So Mega Altaria I can handle. Mega Altaria can handle his team very beautifully. I can just nuke everything it wants to. So it's good. Next up, we're bringing Uxie. Tech support Uxie, because if you see a Mega Medicham and you have a bulky Psychic type, you bring a physically defensive bulky Psychic type, because that's how you beat a Medicham. Because Medicham cannot break a bulky Psychic type. It's literally impossible. You cannot do it with a Medicham. It's not possible. So we're bringing Rocky Helmet Uxie here to take advantage as much as possible of that Mega Medicham, just switching every single time it goes for an attack, and just nuke, just chip away, and just cause so much mayhem for it. We have Stealth Rock, Dazzling Gleam, Toxic, U-Turn, Momentum, get out of there. Stealth Rocks are really, really good against his team. His only hazard removal option, to my knowledge, that I can tell, is Excadrill, maybe Defog, Intimidate Raptor, but like, that's not that great. Toxic, because there's some really bulky things on his team that I think could do for getting worn down, like the Sylveon if he doesn't bring Heal Bell, Tyranitar. If I can Toxic that'd be great. If I can Toxic just about anything on his team, that'd be great. And Dazzling Gleam because he has Guzzlord, and I've seen him use Guzzlord in other league matches that he's had this season. I've seen him use Guzzlord, so I want to degleam on the Guzzlord to kill the Guzzlord, because Guzzlord cannot outspeed me unless it's Scarfed, and Guzzlord is never going to be Scarfed, and it's a bad Pokemon, and I'm going to kill it. Simple as that. And that is our Uxie. Next up we have Jack Black, the Expert Bell Pangoro. Drain Punch, Knockoff, Gunk Shot, and Parting Shot. Parting Shot is for the momentum theme of the week. Adamant Nature just allows this thing to punch holes through just about anything it wants to. Drain Punch, Knockoff, Gunk Shot, and Parting Shot. I already said that. Parting Shot is nice to just, if I force a switch, I can lower their stats, so it makes it easier for whatever comes in to just capitalize off of that. Drain Punch gives me my HP back, will nuke the T-Tar or Excadrill and the Rotom Frost easily, and not many things really want to take this hit. Guzzlord and Incineroar certainly don't. Knockoff because it's stab, and Knockoff will keep the items off of his team and will be very, very instrumental in us potentially winning this match. Gunk Shot is there for the Sylveon. We are running enough speed for I don't know if is that speed for Sylveon? It's gotta be for something. Wait, why did I go to that? I want to go to this. Sylveon. I want to outspeed Sylveon, but that doesn't help me much. Incineroar. Incineroar. There we go. Well, that does allow me to outpace Incineroar, but it doesn't explain to me why I did that. Why did I do that? Is that for Tyranitar? That may be for Tyranitar. No. Why did I choose this speed stat? This is the second time in recent memory that I have a speed stat that doesn't make any sense to why I did it. I think I was trying to fuck with some speed creeping shit. Like, I was trying to get them to, like, I wanted it to be guaranteed faster than some things. Did I go like a max speed Guzzlord? Because that'd be some next level type shit. Nope. I have no idea where this speed stat came from. I'll be completely honest with you. I have no idea where the speed came from. Or what the speed was for. I really don't know. I'm so thoroughly confused. Did he make any free agency transactions? Did he make any free agency transactions? Like, at all? Since, like, last night? Or since we battled? He hasn't made any transactions, so I don't know. I really don't know what kind of crack I was on when I put the speed there, to be completely honest. But, hey, there it is. Yeah, but I guess it guarantees that even if they run, like, some speed investment to speed creep things, that I'm gonna outspeed the speed creeps? I don't even know. I'm bullshitting myself at this point, to be completely honest. I'm insane. It's fine. But we'll be able to kill things regardless. It's gonna kill things, and great, yeah. Moving on to Shizzy, the Suicune. Leftovers, fully physically defensive. It is basically almost Crocoon, except we don't have Sleep Talk. Calm Mind, Rest, Scald, and Signal Beam. If we can Rest, I guarantee you there's very few things on this team. Outside of Galvantula and maybe Mega Medicham. That's like a huge maybe. Maybe Rotom Frost, but like outside of Mega Medicham, really, even his physical attackers, I don't think can two-shot a fully physically defensive Suicune. And if I get a Calm Mind or two up, I can Rest and guarantee get the 2 turns of sleep without really struggling. Scald just is a good neutral move to hit most of his team. The only things it doesn't hit super effectively or neutrally are the Simipour and the Guzzlord, and Simipour, Guzzlord, Noivern. That's it. I decided to go with Signal Beam because I feel like Noivern's less likely to come than Guzzlord, in my opinion. That's just me. So, Signal Beam would be good for hitting Guzzlord, which would be nice, because fuck Guzzlord. So that's going to be our Shizzy set. And next up we have Metal Burb. Metal Burb is going to be max HP, 232 in defense with an Impish Nature, 12 in Spadef, and 12 in Speed. 12 in Speed is because I wanted to speed creeps, essentially. I wanted to be able to get things off when I wanted them off. Because I can. So we did that. Got enough speed there to do that. Defog, Roost, Counter, and Iron Head. Defog and Roost are pretty standard. Defog, keep hazards off our side of the field. If they try to get them up, we can always reset our rocks if we have to with Yuxi. We have Roost to keep ourselves healthy boys. Iron Head is just a good neutral move to go with to 1v1 the Sylveon. Sylveon relatively can't touch us too badly. At least we'll outspeed the Sylveon guaranteed, so we're gonna go bop 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 bop. We can also Iron Head the T-Tar if we really want to. Cheeky shit. We have Counter. Counter is cute because he has a Mega Medicham, which is still, regardless of the fact that it's neutral, still going to fucking hurt a lot. He has an Incineroar, which is a fire type physical attacker. He has a Staraptor, which is a hard-hitting physical attacker. He has a Tyranitar, that is a hard-hitting physical attacker. So, what do those things add up to? Those things add up to me clicking Counter on half of them. So I want to be able to hurt those a lot. So by clicking Counter on those, I can just nuke them back if they try to nuke me, which is really great because I have my Sturdy. So like, it's fine. Go ahead, try to kill me. I'm gonna just live and click Counter and you can fucking die. But yeah, this thing puts in a lot of work. I hope it does work in the match. But yeah, that's going to be it for the team. We're going to transition into the battle right now. Alright guys, we are here with the battle against Ghost and the Genova Giratinas. Looking at what he brought, he did bring the Sandcore with T-Tar Excadrill like I expected him to. He did bring the Galvantula. We have plenty of things to handle the webs. We can handle the Sandcore as best as we can. We have two things that can easily switch in on Excadrill, no problem, any set. Incineroar is a bit of an annoyance, but we can work around that, no problem. We do have the Suicune as well to handle that. Not really too worried about Incineroar. As well as him having the Guzzlord and the Simipour. Simipour, I'm kind of intrigued by because it is a Z move user, so it might be carrying a Z Crystal, which could be kind of interesting, but I'm not too worried about it because Simipour is not all that good of a Pokemon. As well as the Guzzlord, which could be an interesting situation. We'll see what happens. So we're going to lead off with Righteous like we originally planned. He's going to lead with Incineroar. This is a horrible situation. So I'm going to switch immediately out into Jack Black as he's going to go for the Darkest Lair, which is a good play on his part. He definitely needs to go for the kill on that Raichu. So he goes into his Guzzlord. I'm going to just Parting Shot out. And go right into my Altaria. I have no reason not to. Now, I'll pause this here as I feel bad for him. I do. Showdown messed up his Guzzlord set. It was a really, really good set that could have done some work against my Mega Altaria. It was a Focus Sashed Heavy Slam Adamant Max Attack Guzzlord that does like 70-something to 80-something% to my spread of Altaria. And that would have been a huge thing because it would have probably affected the differential of this match in the long run. But for some reason it didn't have his Sash, didn't have the proper moves and whatnot on it, so it wasn't really all that useful, unfortunately for him. And I feel bad for that because that does suck. I hate when Showdown does that, but there's nothing that can be done. So at this point, I just Mega Evolve right here, and I go right for the Frustration. Because I had no reason not to. There's a Guzzlord in front of me. So he does switch in the T-Tar for some reason. Does not take that Frustration well. It dies to the next one, guaranteed. I go for the EQ at this point, because I know the EQ kills, and if he's thinking I'm going to go for another Frustration, he's just going to go into his Excadrill to wall it. So I do go for the EQ and almost kill the Excadrill, which is huge. Huge. I chipped down his Sandcore immediately at the beginning of the battle, which is great. So now I can just go immediately into my Skarmory, and I just dodge an Earthquake, fine. So thinking right here, he's going to go into his Galvantula. I swap now immediately into my Raichu, predicting that. So now, one key thing that's gone backfired for him, if he was sashed, he just screwed that up because of his sand. His own sand fucked up his sash, which is a really unfortunate part about having Galvantula on a sand team. So, even though his sash is not broken, I wanted to fake out to put him down into guaranteed psychic range. I wanted to make sure he was guaranteed in range. And then now I go for the psychic, and bada bing, bada boom, Galvantula's gone. No webs, period. We're good. Goes out into this thing, goes out into the Incineroar. I'm going to swap now immediately into my Altaria, as he's going to go for a Cross Chop. Trying to predict my Pangoro switch, but I wasn't giving you that one, buddy, for free. So at this point, I just go for a Dragon Dance because I know he's swapping. And this is where he realizes that his set's messed up on his Guzzlord, and he's really upset. You get really mad. I just go straight for the frustration, and he just dies. Crit did not matter, obviously. It does like 200-300%. And that's fine. He goes up to Simipour. Simipour just dies. At this point, he's playing on massive amounts of tilt. And like Mega Altaria, I Dragon Dance again in front of this thing because I have no reason not to. But he goes for a Roar, which is really unfortunate. I wanted to sweep the rest of the game with Mega Alt. I was going to go for another 2 Dragon Dances potentially and just sweep, but I couldn't. So I go out into the Roar brings me out into Skarm, and I just go for an Iron Head. I get the flinch, which is super unfortunate. But then the second Iron Head is going to be able to take this thing out. He goes into Incineroar, which is really, really fun. I get to use the set. I get to use the tech. He goes for the Flare Blade straight out and takes about half almost from the recoil, and Counter is going to take him out. Counter Skarmory picking up a kill. I'm so happy. Now he goes out into this thing. I just immediately swap. He goes for the Shadow Claw. It doesn't even do half. And the Rocky Helmet on my Uxie, plus the Life Orb, is going to take out the Excadrill. And that is going to be a 6-0 victory for us against Ghost and the Genova Giratinas. I'm so sorry, dude, about the Guzzlord set. I don't think in the long run of the battle that it would have mattered. I don't think that overall you had enough to straight up just beat me. Like if the Guzzlord set had worked. So like it could have worked to lower the differential of the match, maybe make it a 4-0, I think at least, maybe even a 3-0. But at the point in the match where I think you realized the set was off, the set wasn't a thing. I think that by the point you realized that the set wasn't right, it was too late. And the match had already spiraled so much out of control that I don't think there was really coming back from that point and winning the game. But at least it would have been cool to see a Guzzlord at least beat or come close to beating a Mega Altaria. I think that'd be really, really cute and cheeky to see. Because like it's a fucking Guzzlord. It's never actually gonna be a thing. But still, it was a really cool idea. And I'm sorry that it just didn't work out. I don't know what else to say, man. But we'll take that 6-0. That's really, really cool. And now we are all caught up on our games. Next week, we actually face one of the admins of the league. His name is Chu. Chu is a pretty dope guy. He's got a really good team. One of the better teams in the league. He's sitting at 5-3 right now. And I'm going to hope to beat him. I don't know if I mentioned it in our draft analysis or not. I have to look back at it. But if I didn't, our Z Crystal user was Torrent Greninja for these first couple games. But after this game, our Z Crystal user is now Alolan Raichu, which is really, really cool. So I'm really looking forward to using that as well. And we'll see how it works. Yeah, until then, guys, until the next match, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you have not already. Until next time, I'm PokePrimer, and I'm signing off. Peace.